What's up, guys? Thanks for checking out this YouTube video. My name is Steven, or Heartbreaker, and today we are getting into who I believe to be the two-star franchise-level players of Gen.G and Complexity. They're both fresh pickups, and that is blameF and BnTeT. Now, while blameF was around for a previous iteration of the Complexity lineup where they tried to keep Shazam and Def, we're just kind of viewing it as he's a new player with the squad with this new lineup. Then BnTeT, of course, just recently finally got here to play with the Gen.G guys. They played two qualifiers without him, but this most recent one for DreamHack Open Anaheim, he was a part of, and he showed why he's such a great pickup. So, both of these guys, like I said, they're really proven to be franchise-level players. I mean, in terms of their stat lines, they're leading their teams. Yes, only 5 maps with Gen.G, but BnTeT, like I said, he's really already showing that he's probably going to be the top fragger for this team. He's certainly capable of doing so. And people have been following him for years, hoping that he would finally get a shot at a better lineup. Well, here it is. Now he's in North America. He's going to have a really great system, more experienced players, and we're going to get to see him truly shine, and I look forward to that. So blameF, in the last 18 games with this lineup, so it's just this lineup, 18 games, he has a plus 98 kill to death differential. That is the highest for his squad, and that is 18 higher than the second place person on Complexity, and that is Poison, another foreign import, another player from Europe. He's the opera for that team, and he's also shown to be quite good, but we're sticking with it too right now. BnTeT, on the other hand, in his first 5 matches, the only 5 matches, it was strictly for the DreamHack Open Anaheim qualifier. They took on Riot Squad and Chaos. 3 maps against Chaos, 2 against Riot Squad. He had a plus 33 kill to death differential and a massive 1.32 rating, HLTV rating. So very, very strong performance by him. He was 13 ahead of Sam, who was in second place there for that team. Now, of course, we have to keep in mind that these guys are not facing the Liquids and Astralis of the world, right? Like, they're facing some lower level competition. However, these guys are performing really, really well, especially with like blameF also being the IGL, which is going to kind of take us into the next point. Both of these players have leadership experience. You have blameF, who's been doing it for years, really. He, in an interview with Richard Lewis for Rivalry, mentioned that he kind of got to start in IGLing, which wasn't his goal necessarily, because other IGLs weren't really giving him a shot for some of the other teams, and so he was putting together teams himself. Other players didn't really want to IGL, so he took over those roles. Then he built up his repertoire with that, and next thing you know, he's leading Heroic into battle. And then, of course, he was brought over from Heroic with an offer he simply could not refuse, and now he's with Complexity. So BnTeT was the IGL for Tai Lu. He was consistently their best performer. He's their star player by far, the star player of that whole region, and he was also leading that team. So he has leadership experience as well. So one of the important parts about that, and the reason that I'm bringing it up, is that both of these players are not only top fragging for their teams, but are also able to lead, which means that if these lineups didn't work out, if something had to change, they have a really good base to build around, which is why I think these two guys are franchise players, right? blameF, should this team not work out, could stay on as the IGL or just a fragger if they wanted to change that up, and he's proving that he can do either one of those roles, and actually both of them at the same time to a high level. Now, while on the other hand, you have BnTeT, who maybe needs to learn a bit more about IGLing given the region that he was in, whereas, you know, blameF is doing it in Denmark and just competing with Europeans on a larger scale. I still think that he has some experience doing so, and again, a franchise-style player, somebody that you want to keep on your team. He's super, super strong on the server, and with that in-game leadership experience, I think, I mean, he's vital. If Gen.G needs to make some changes, keep him. Keep him, please. If you're watching this video, keep BnTeT no matter what happens here. I don't care what has to change. Do not get rid of him. I think he's the future of this team, just like I think blameF is going to be the face of Complexity for some time. I also believe that Alexi B's denial of going to Complexity may have actually netted Complexity their best player. I do think that blameF currently is performing the best, not only as a fragger, but also leading the team, as we've gone over time and time again so far in this video. So with that in mind, I do think that these two teams are going to be battling for that 3rd and 4th best spot in North America. I think that right now they rival Cloud9 pretty well. I'd like to see them match up a couple more times, and they also need to gel a bit. And then I think you're going to see Cloud9 in that mix as well. You're going to have Liquid, you're going to have EG, but then right down there in that, third and fourth spot, really fifth spot as well, you're going to have the Cloud9, Gen.G, Complexity. They've already jumped over the likes of E United and Chaos, Singularity. Like they're already above that level of team. So they got to skip that part. And now it's just a matter of who's going to be able to break into maybe that third and maybe even second spot once they've really gelled. We've given them some time to figure things out with these lineups. BnTeT just got here. And while in one of the previous discussions articles I talked about how Kust was really slacking for that team. It could have just been a role difference because Sick was on the team and he was comfortable here, so he had to do something different because he performed well at this qualifier. So I do think they'll need him to continue to do that. We need to see a better performance out of the likes of Config, Obo, who shows up really big at times, like monster explosive level, has also not shown up more times than that, and he's actually the lowest KD differential on Complexity right now at just a +3. So even though it looks like sometimes Config and Rush are the ones who are really lacking, Obo is more consistently doing so, which is kind of surprising because when he's going off, you're just like, this kid's nuts. But I don't want to get into everything else. This video is supposed to be about blameF and BnTeT, so we're going to stick with that. I'm excited for these two players. I think that they are the franchise players of these teams. I'm really excited to see what they can do in the coming weeks and months at DreamHack Open Anaheim, their first LAN together as a team, both of these squads. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you like and subscribe. You can also always find me on Mixer at mixer.com/HeartbreakerTV. All my things are right here down below. They'll also be in the bio. So let me know what you think about this comment and what team I should talk about next.